My words for today comes from the book of St. John 3:3. You know, Nicodemus, he was a ruler of the Jews, and he came to Jesus by night. And he's saying, we know that you're a teacher, and you have to come from God, for no man can do the miracles that you do except God be with him. For Jesus had just performed the miracle at the wedding of Cana. He turned the water into wine. He saved the best for the last. He destroyed the money changers. And sometimes I wonder about that nowadays, about the money changers. You know, there's so much greed out there. I wonder about Nicodemus. I wonder about men of God that their whole ministry is about greed. Do they come to Jesus by night? Are they in darkness? I wonder about that, because Jesus turned over their place of business. He asked Jesus, how can a man be born again? How can a man enter the second time into his mother's womb and be born again? How can they? And Jesus was speaking on a spiritual level here, teaching these men, these greedy men, these unbelievers, that there is a higher level and that all men must be born again. Then their selfish ways will be laid aside, and they will grow into the likeness of Jesus. And then they're enlightened. And Nicodemus, he was wondering, how could he have all he's got? That's my way of thinking. He wondered, how can I have all I've got? I'm a ruler of the Jews, right? Right, Tom? In other words, he had a little bit of clout. He had a standing, but he came to Jesus by night. If you're out there today and you're wondering about coming to Jesus and you're in darkness, maybe your darkness is greed. Maybe you don't believe in miracles. Maybe you really wonder about being born again. How can I be born again? How can I lay all this down? Because right now I got a lot of power. But there's a way, and that way is through Jesus. And Jesus says that we all must be born again. We must take on His character. We must allow His Spirit to change us. And we must be baptized. Woo, dunked good, right? I would encourage you to read the Word of God. If you're in darkness and you're needing answers, or if you're needing a miracle, if you need your place of business to be turned upside down for the sake of Christ, then read St. John 3:3. I know that it will encourage you and it will enlighten you. And remember, we all must be born again. We'll be right back.